الأنبياء أنت في الوجدان حي، أنت للعينين ضيء، أنت عند الحوض ري، أنت هاد وصفي. يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، صلوات الله عليك. يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، صلوات الله عليك. يرتوي بالحب قلبي، حبي خير رسل ربي، من به أبصرت دربي. يا شفيعي يا رسول الله، أيها المختار فينا، زادنا الحب حنينا، جئتنا بالخير دينا، يا ختام المرسلين، يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك.
Assalamualaikum Dr. Arsyad.
يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، صلوات الله عليك. يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، صلوات الله عليك. يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك.
Welcome Dr. Firdaus. Welcome Dr. Spahi.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
فجرا جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا يا إمام الأنبياء أنت في الوجدان حي أنت للعينين ضي أنت عند الحوض ري أنت هاد وصفي يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يرتوي بالحب قلبي حبي خير رسل ربي من به أبصرت دربي يا شفيعي يا رسول الله أيها المختار فينا زادنا الحب حنينا جئتنا بالخير دينا يا ختام المرسلين يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيبي
Waalaikumsalam. Welcome to tell me.
صلوات الله عليك يا نبي سلام
Welcome Dr. Musi. Welcome Dr. Fauzia.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Dear brothers and sisters, our program will begin shortly. Don't forget to fill in the registration form that was provided in the chat box. Thank you. Welcome, Dr. Alwi.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning to our Head of History and Civilization Department, Dr. Muhammad Helmi bin Muhammad Sobri, line of lecturers, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the History Department Academic Briefing and Mass Gathering 2021. Before we begin, let's start our program today with Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alamin. Alhamdulillah, I would like to give a warm welcome to everyone for your time and effort for attending our program today. By the end of this program, you will get a clearer vision on the flow of your study, especially for the new intake students, and take note on few things that will be explained by our lecturers after this. First, we will start off today's event with few words of welcoming remarks by our Head of Department, Dr. Helmi, then followed by presentation of academic briefing and FYP briefing by Dr. Alwi, and after that, we will have internship briefing from Dr. Fauzia. By the end of internship briefing, we will have Q&A session, and that will conclude the end of our program today. Before we start this event, we would like to show you the video presentation of staff and lecturers in History Department.
The Department of History and Civilization.
Next, we would like to invite Dr. Helmi, the Head of History and Civilization Department, to deliver his speech. Please welcome, Dr.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Before I start, can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, Dr.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Staff members of the department, the President of Hisporium, Brother Harith Naim, members of Hisporium, students, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his blessing. We are able to gather here in this special event, mass gathering and academic briefing for semester 1, 2021-2022. I would like then to thank all of you for the effort that you have made to be here in this occasion. This event is organized by the Department of History and Civilization in collaboration with Hisporium. So I therefore would like to thank Hisporium for the assistance that they have given to the department in realizing this event. This meeting would not have been realized or possible without their support and assistance. As we are gathering here, I would like to take this special opportunity to welcome our new students to the Department of History and Civilization. We are indeed extremely happy to have all of you as part of this small family, relatively small if you compare to the population of other departments, of course. For your information, this event is a special program that we organize every semester. Previously, during the first few weeks of the semester, sometime week 1 or week 2 of the semester, but since last semester, we started to have it before the beginning of the semester. So like what we are having today, we have it several days before the commencement of semester 1. Right? So the purpose of this gathering is, of course, for all of us to get to know each other. And it is also a platform for the department to brief the students on some essential elements and requirements of their study. So shortly, we will listen. You will listen to the presentation on the study plan, on the final year project by Dr. Alwi. And then there will be a presentation on internship by Dr. Fauzia Fatil. These informations, they are very essential for your study, for your survival throughout 4 years of your studies. So especially for our new students, I want you to pay close attention to the presentation on the study plan for new students, because I think by having proper understanding of the study plan, you will be able to visualize and plan your course of study for the next 3 to 4 years. And since our new students are here, I think it would be good if I can briefly introduce them to the department. So like many other departments in this kuliah, this department was established in 1990. And this is one of the few history departments in Malaysia. So you have history departments in Universiti Malaya and UPSI, for instance, but not many of them. So currently we have 9 staff members, 8 of which are academic staff, and 1 administrative staff. Our administrative staff is Sister Roslinda, who has been very helpful and instrumental for the smooth running of departmental administration. And even though the number of academic staff is small compared to other departments, we are very proud to have a diverse range of staff of various different nationalities. So apart from me, Dr. Fauzia and Dr. Firdaus, who are Malaysians, we are blessed with the presence of Dr. Alwi from Indonesia, Dr. Arshad Islam from India, Dr. Omar Spahid from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Dr. Kausar from France, and our latest addition to the department is Dr. Osi Yazishi from Albania, who just arrived in Malaysia last April. So this is indeed a small department, but yet very colorful and with strong international character. So of course, the most veteran staff of the department and therefore the most experienced, Dr. Arshad Islam, who has been teaching here since 1990s. Many of us here, Dr. Fauzia, me, Dr. Firdaus, and Dr. Osi, we were his former students. So I hope that all of you will benefit from this diversity as well as from the strength of our program. We constantly try to improve our program so as to make sure that it can produce quality history graduates. And on your part, as students of knowledge, you have the responsibility to acquire as much knowledge and skill as possible throughout your study. So with that, I would like to wish you all the best. And once again, thank you for your presence and attention. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Helmi, for the welcoming remark just now. Now, let's proceed with the presentation of academic briefing by Dr. Alwi. Please welcome, Doctor.
Dr. Helmi, as head department, academic staff of department, president of his forum, Dr. Haris, and also member of his forum, and also all new students, and maybe also some old students coming today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My sound is clear. My voice clear enough? Can
Yes,
you hear?
Doctor.
Yeah, it's raining here. Maybe you can see also. You can hear also the sound of the rain. Yeah, my name is Alwi Alatas. As already introduced by Dr. Helm from Indonesia. and I'm the academic advisor of the department. So because of that, I need to explain to you about briefly, at least, about academic matters. Yeah. So please continue the slide. First of all, of course, what I can explain to you today will be very brief because time is very limited. As you can see here, I think you all join us today is all take history as major. So you can, I think most of the students usually take single major, yeah, in history, and other students in the other department also like that. But sometimes a few students, when they want to take other department as minor, also possible. I think it's also explained in the morning by Dr. Aini, yeah, in the welcoming gathering by Kuliah. So as you can see here, you can take history as single major, but you can also, if you want to take along with history as major, to take other as your minor, maybe minor in IRK, yeah, in English language, in FIC, even in other kuliah, yeah, IT, laws, economy, but actually not many students take this. This only for your information. So if maybe some of you interested, so you can communicate with me about the detail, the requirement, the process, and so on. But generally, usually you will be required to take 30 credit hours, yeah, 10 courses for minor, yeah, in other department. Okay, continue. Yeah. I just want to show to you about your study plan. I will not explain in detail. I think you will not interested to see one by one. Just to give you idea that within approximately 4 years, you will need to finish 128 credit hours, yeah, which consists of 20 credit hours from university, and then few from kuliah, and mostly actually from your own department, from history, yeah. Okay, please continue, just to show the detail. So this is the courses from a university level, yeah, at around 20 credit hours. Okay, and then in kuliah, you will have to take Bahasa Melayu, yeah, and then also final year project, yeah, the final FYP1 and FYP2. Inshallah, at the end, I will explain briefly about FYP on behalf of Dr. Kausar. Okay, and then this is the core course in yeah, from kuliah level. You have industrial training. Inshallah, will be explained by Dr. Fauzia, and then you will have to take 2 introductory courses from kuliah. Yeah, this is you can choose 2 from this 10 courses, yeah, in the list. You can see the detail actually in your study plan. Okay, and then continue. This is the core courses in our department, yeah, which you can see more detail later on in your study plan. These 13 courses you have to take, yeah, throughout your study in history department. totally 13 core courses. And then after that, not after that, actually you can, throughout your study, you can, at the same time you take core courses and then please continue. And optional courses, yeah. For optional courses, you have to take totally 21 credit hours or equal to 7 courses, yeah. So mostly, generally, for your courses, you have each 3 credit hours, but some have lower than that, yeah, maybe 2, especially in university level. Okay, what I need to very important for you to pay attention here is when you see the course code. Yeah, you can see here, for example, Islam in the Malay world. Yeah, the course code is his 1100, and then after that, public history. The code is his 2030. What does it mean? You need to pay attention to the first number. Yeah, when you want to take, especially for new student, when you want to register, especially in the beginning of semester, you need to pay attention to the first number of the course code. It represents the year of study. Yeah, like here, his 1100 means since the first number is 1, that means the course is for level 1 student, year 1 student. While for public history 2030, the first number 2 means for second year student. Means it is recommendable for you, for new students, to take level 1 courses. Yeah, maybe sometimes you can take level 2, for example, for new student. Maybe you still can take level 2 if, for example, it's already full. Maybe next semester, yeah, you already take all the level 1 courses. You want to take level 2, so few 1 or 2, for example. It's still possible for you because it's not very, there is no big discrepancy, yeah. But do not take, for example, for new student, do not take level 3, for example, or level 4, because it will be very difficult. And some of them actually require, if there is a requirement, yeah, you have to take other courses before. Of course, you cannot take it. But if not, still you do not take it because it will be difficult for you, yeah. It will create trouble. Yeah, maybe certain students can do that, but it is not recommendable for you. So it is very important to pay attention, because we have problem, yeah, not only in history, in other department as well. Sometimes students, because they don't know, they ask their friend, I cannot register, this course is already full. So what should I do? So they just pick any courses. And sometimes they take level 3 or level 4 courses, and they cannot cope with these courses, and some of them actually dismiss, yeah, because the credit hour, the CGPA is not reach the standard, yeah. Okay, please continue. Yeah, other than what you have in the list, you can take 10 courses from other department. From our department also possible, actually. Yeah, this is free for you to take any courses. And if you want to take minor, so you can choose the courses, the required courses for that department. To be in line with these 10 courses. Okay, please continue. Yeah, this is some advice especially for new students. And I'll explain. The first one, it is not recommended for you to take courses higher than your level. It is recommendable for you to take in each semester between 15 and 18 credit hours. So if you want to graduate on time within 8 semesters, 4 years, you need to take 15 to 18 credit hours every semester. The minimum now is 12 credit hours. If your credit hours is lower than 12, you are considered under load. So you need to add with the courses, yeah, to be more than 12 or more than 12. Some new students here also contacted me before, informed me that the credit hours still not enough. Inshallah, we'll try, yeah, in department level to help. And even if it's already full, because now it's most of the level 1 courses in our department is mostly full, and sometimes the students also clash with the other courses that he or she take. But at the end, usually kuliah will help. Yeah, so don't worry about that. Just communicate. Yeah, if you have the problem. And then do not take too many credit hours in the early semesters because you need to maintain your CGPA. Yeah, do not be very high spirit. For example, I want to take 18 is too not enough for me. Yeah, I want to take 25, for example. Yeah, 25 so many courses. Yeah, it's not easy to maintain. You will have many assignments even in each course that you take. So better you start humble. 18 is good. Yeah, 15 to 18, and then you maintain the CGPA. Yeah, maintain the CGPA. If after that you feel that your CGPA is good, yeah, and then you feel that you can take more, that's possible for you. And also achieve and maintain good CGPA. Yeah, try to get more than 3.0. Do not hesitate to consult with your academic advisor, which is myself, and also your murabi. Inshallah, after this gathering, yeah, in the afternoon, we'll have a murabi murid session. I think you already know your murabi, and inshallah your murabi will provide a link for you to have a meeting with you, yeah, the session with you. So know better your murabi, yeah. You can communicate, yeah, throughout your study here in your in IUM, yeah, about your study and other things. Okay, continue. This is important, yeah. What happens if your CGPA is not good? If your CGPA is between 1.67 and 1.9, you will still pass, yeah, but it is conditional pass. If it happen again in the following semester, I mean your CGPA is still the same, yeah, in this range, you will be dismissed. Yeah, if it happen in the second time. If your CGPA is lower than 1.67, you will be dismissed. Yeah, you will be dismissed. So it's very important. Yeah, do not be lazy. Do not play. Some students not very serious in the beginning, yeah, and after that they dismiss, yeah. But for you, especially first year student, if you got dismissed, you have the opportunity for readmission. You apply. You don't need to apply from zero. You apply to the DSA office, yeah, for readmission. So if they approve, you start from zero, but not with all the the application. You just start from start new, yeah, start new. from first semester. So it will, I mean, the CGPA will be erased and you start again. But better not to do that. Yeah, I mean, try to do your best to get good CGPA because you waste your time. Yeah, you waste your time. Okay, next. I think I have to to explain faster. Yeah. Yeah, this only to give you idea. If your CGPA is high, yeah, more than 3.2, you are allowed to take up to 21 credit hours, yeah, in one semester. Even sometimes more than that, yeah, especially for graduating student. Yeah, but if your CGPA is very low, usually you are not allowed to take more than 15. Yeah, okay, continue. Yeah, this only in general. Yeah, advice. Yeah, this is not directly maybe related to academic, but some of the students actually got dismissed because of this situation. They are not serious. Yeah, they do not come to the right person to get information. So they do not understand how to manage, how to register, and so on. And then sometimes relate to their, I mean, they are not maintaining their connection, yeah, with Allah. Yeah, they pray. Yeah, so the other things also got, I mean, they got trouble, yeah, in their life, including the academic. And not serious, yeah, in study. Yeah, some students got dismissed because they play game during their study, yeah, until morning. This is serious. Yeah, so please be serious with your time and your study. Okay, continue. Yeah, we have a student exchange program. Please continue again. If you want, you can apply for exchange program in other country. Yeah, could be in Turkey or in Asian countries. Yeah, it can be done for 1 or 2 semesters. Yeah, so up to 1 year. You apply through kuliah, not through department actually, but sometimes students also communicate with me. Actually, I don't know the detail, but inshallah I'll try to help. But of course, you have to understand the situation, especially today during COVID. I think it's more difficult. Yeah, and then continue. Actually, you can. I think previously mentioned. Sorry. You can transfer actually the result that you got there only if it is the same with our courses here. But usually it's not easy. Yeah, usually not easy. So you have to be ready to learn the language. If you apply for Indonesia, the language will be the same for Malay students. But if you apply to Turkey, I think you have to prepare yourself to learn Turkish language. Yeah, maybe the course is not always offered in English language, and maybe not. Most of the courses cannot be transferred to your study plan. Yeah, so you need to prepare about this if you want to apply for exchange program. Okay, we almost finished. I think this is some of the program for student exchange. Yeah, the detail you can you can contact me or to kuliah. Okay, again continue. This is the requirement. Yeah, you need to be full-time student. Yeah, in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th semester, you have minimum CGPA of 2.5. Yeah, the language score is good, and then you have to follow the interview session. Okay, again, this is some of the photographs. Yeah, just pass through it. Okay, continue again. Yeah. Okay, please be friendly with this link here, iTaklim and iMaklum, because all information about your study will be there, yeah, in iTaklim and iMaklum. And also, I think you have IUM email, yeah. If you can use it, it will be good. Okay. Yeah, just to make it fast, we already divide you into several groups. Yeah, each of you have your own Murabbi. Inshallah, in the afternoon, we'll have session which for each group. Yeah, so when you receive the invitation, yeah, the link, for example, of Google Meet, maybe please attend. Yeah, please communicate with your Murabbi. Your Murabbi is not only for today. Yes, the session, I mean, meeting will be for today. Yeah, we have formal meeting in the afternoon. Maybe after that, we don't have that kind of meeting. It depends on the Murabbi. But your Murabbi will be with you throughout your study, yeah, until you graduate. So you can consider your Murabbi as your father or mother. Yeah. So do not hesitate, yeah, to communicate. If you have problem, yeah, maybe you don't have money, you can just kidding. Yeah. But however, any problem, consider them as your father and your mother. If they are still very young, consider your like me, still very young. Consider your brother. Yeah. Okay. I think you already know, yeah, your Murabbi, yeah, the group. So we don't need to see the list here. Just go, pass it. I think I already finished with my part. Now, since Dr. Kausar cannot come, she's on leave. So on behalf of her, I try to explain about final year project. Actually, this is not for new students. It's just so I only explain in brief for you. You will take this in your third year. Yeah. Okay. You will have. Please continue. Okay. What is final year project or FYP? It is a mini thesis. Yeah. A mini thesis. You will have to write. You will have to make a research, a mini research. Yeah. Up to 10,000, around 10,000 words, not 10,000 pages. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, 10,000 words. Yeah, and this is required for you. Yeah, required for you. In the past, it is optional, but for you, yeah, unfortunately, it is compulsory. Yeah? I don't know, fortunately or yeah, depends on how you see it. Yeah, but I think it is good for your training. Yeah, how to make research, how to write. Yeah, usually I found actually it's very tough for myself to read and to to guide. Usually the language is still very, I mean, a lot of mistakes. Yeah, but I think it is good for you to learn. Yeah, how to express, how to explain, yeah, how to make the research. Yeah, so it will consists of two, FYP1 and FYP2. Okay, FYP1 and FYP2. You cannot take these two at the same time. Cannot. You have to take FYP1 first. After you finish FYP1, in the following semester you take FYP2. Yeah. So usually you take this in the third year of your study. So you can think throughout your study in the first year, second year, especially when it is near for you to take FYP, you have to start to think about what topic for you to take for your research. It's very important. If you choose bad topic, it will put you in trouble during your FYP. Yeah. So, okay, next. Yeah, this is, we already explained. Yeah. So FYP1, usually we offer FYP1 in the first semester. In the first semester means like between start for October, start October, October up to February. FYP1 is for your proposal, so they are related. FYP1 and FYP2. FYP1 is your proposal of mini thesis, So after finish, you continue for FYP2 in the following semester, in semester 2. So you continue according to your proposal. Continue usually chapter 2, chapter 3, usually up to chapter 5. Chapter 5 will be conclusion. Okay. Okay, continue. This is the requirement for you who want to take FYP1. You have to take first research methodology, with Dr. Helmi, and then history of Malaysia since 1957. This is the second requirement. So if you have taken these two, so you can take FYP1, and then the following semester, of course, the same requirement, but only added with FYP1, as requirement for FYP2. Okay. And then, so again, FYP1 is a research proposal, and FYP2 is the completion, the continuation, the whole part, In the last semester during your FYP2, you will have to combine both, the proposal and so the whole mini thesis, to be submitted. Okay. The last one, I think, the last page. For proposal for FYP1, generally you need to make it within 3,000 words, and for FYP2 10,000, not very, maybe for students quite tough sometimes, but for those who like writing, I think this is something challenging. You have to be optimistic about this, positive, so you can learn, especially for you who like history, maybe you want to continue after that, after you finish, this training is very important for you. Yes, I think that's all from me. I hope it's clear enough for you. However, you can come, you can communicate with me, not only during this session, but also at any time. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Alvi, for the FYP briefing and academic briefing just now. Finally, I would like to welcome Dr. Fauzia for internship briefing. Please welcome, Doctor.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To our head, Dr. Muhammad Helmi, Muhammad Sobri, our staff, departmental staff, and then his forum members and brothers and sisters. Can we possibly get how many of the students who joined this session at the moment, new students, I mean the new intake students, can we get to know how many, or you cannot tell?
We have 40, Dr. Fauzia.
About 40 with us, Okay.
25 from matrix, and the rest direct intake.
Okay, because when I check the names, of those attending, I recognize some of you are senior students. I mean, you are, I know your names, and I can see the faces here, so these are familiar faces. So I guess the rest are new students, Okay. So for my part, I'll be explaining to you about internship. And since internship is done during semester 3, I think semester 2 is the most suitable period. I mean, if we were to go into details, yeah, because it's closer to semester 3. So during the briefing, the next semester's briefing, early semester 2, then I'll go deep, like, you know, I will explain in more details, because when it comes to internship, the application, all the procedures, all the, you know, the things must be done early year, yeah, the beginning of the year. So now we are in September, going into October. So I think in semester 2, I mean, that's more suitable time, yeah, to discuss in detail about that, about this internship. But for today, I'm going to just briefly explain to you. I can share a few slides, yeah. I think about only four slides. Okay, this internship for new students, your metric number is 121, right? For new students. Okay, so it's compulsory. You've got no choice but to take this internship. Internship program or industrial training. Okay, can you see the slides? Now, the course code, yeah, this is 4,000 level course, meaning to say that for 1,000, for first year students, this is not for you. And this is also not for second year students. This course is meant for third year students. And for fourth year, only in certain exceptional cases, yeah, or situations that we allow fourth year students taking up this course. Otherwise, you've got to be third year students. We have prerequisite courses, just like just now, FYP. For this internship, you've got to pass History 1000, and also you've got to take and pass the History 2999, which is research methodology. And since you're going to do this internship during third semester, so you've got to make sure that you take these two prerequisite courses in semester 1, and by in your first and second year of study. And by third year, I mean, you already completed these two courses. 6 credit hours, unlike other courses, which is only 3 credit hours. This is, quite a lot, 6 credit hours. The grade is either pass or fail, not A, B, C, D, yeah, not the normal grading system. And the first and most important step is to find placement. So there's a typing mistake there, placement here. So this is the one step that you cannot miss, that you've got to really make sure that you do it right, especially since you've got to find the place on you by yourself. So you've got to contact the institutions, yeah, and then ask them whether they have these internship, yeah, training, and then whatever information that you need to know about the institution, the kind of work over there, and whether they've got honorarium or not, yeah, they give some allowances or not. You've got to acquire all this by yourself. And so this is the most important thing to do. We used to help, like department, we used to assist, yeah? That was like, what, three years ago? But since it's now a compulsory course, and we've got many students, Like nowadays, every single time or every time we have this training during the semester 3, the number of students would reach about 60 students. Yeah, so that's a lot for the department to find places for you. So that's why you've got to find the placement by yourself. Okay, so you cannot miss out this one, and you've got to do it early, and you've got to be very strategic, and wise in choosing the place where you want to do the training at. Okay. So more details about how to find placement, I mean the procedures and the processes, I'll explain during the semester 2, which is near, to semester 3 when you're going to do the training. Supervision, you'll have 2 supervisors, one from the departmental staff and another from the institution where you do the training. You've got to make sure you have you've got to communicate with both, to make sure that everything is in order in terms of the forms, in terms of the your work, everything. And these 2 people, they are the ones who would give marks, or they are the ones who will evaluate, you during the training. So you've got to maintain the connection, the communication with them. Okay, next is just briefly about a book. This is what we call internship program book, available at the Kuliah website. So for those who wish to just browse and get some ideas as to what this whole program is all about, this internship owners training is all about, you can go through this book. So you can see, the things that you need to do, and in terms of the forms, things that you need to be familiarize yourself with, if you were to do the internship. And then distribution of marks. Just again, very briefly, out of 100 marks. So this is how we evaluate the students, based on the report, based on the attendance sheet, based on presentation, based on PowerPoint slides that the students need to provide. So 100 marks. Okay, just now I said either pass or fail, right? So pass here means must be 50 above. 50 till 100, that's pass, if less than 50, that's fail. And lastly, I think I like to explain more about this, last bit. So these are the things that you need to know, that you need to consider before you apply for or you plan to do internship. Okay, one is that this internship requires a long process. It cannot be done in terms of application. I'm not talking about the duration of the training. Duration is 12 weeks, that's for sure. That's like 3 months, But for application, like, just now I said, that's the first and the most important step. That process itself takes a long time. It can be as long as like 4 months, 5 months, just to get the placement. So because of that, you need to plan well. If you plan, for instance, to do your training at, for instance, government ministries, or government agencies, or some kementerian, normally they would require you to send application 3 or 4 months earlier, and then they will conduct interviews, and you've got to go to the interviews and pass the interviews. Only then you'll be allowed to do the training. So it's quite a meticulous process. if you choose to do the training at non-government agencies, especially NGOs or private sectors, the application time normally is shorter and it's much easier. I mean, they do not sometimes hold interviews like the government ministries do. Okay, so that this is something that you've got to bear in mind. So if you are, a picky person, a choosy person, you want to, do a training at, some great institutions, you've got to do some homework here as to how to apply, how long, the process will take, and so on. Whether you've got to go to interview or not. Yeah. And then also during this application process, you've got to have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, or backup plans. Okay, let's say you've got one place here that, you want to do the training, but in case you couldn't get in, yeah, you've got to make sure that you've got other places, yeah, your other options, right? Yeah, so better not to have high expectations, yeah, when it comes to application. Sometimes it's just a matter of luck, yeah. Some people, they can get in, they can get to do training at the place of their choice, but some people, they couldn't, get the opportunity, so you've got to find other places. Okay, the next factor is location. Location of the training. So during semester 3, since students, yeah, they normally during this time they would be at home, their hometown, right? So they would choose to do the training somewhere near their house, yeah, or in their hometown. And so this is again something that you need to consider, whether you're willing to do at your hometown, near to your house, where you can, commute from your house to the place of work here. No issue of having to find accommodation and or rented places or what, but perhaps limited choices in terms of places, yeah, to do the training. Or you do the training at KL, for instance, yeah, where there are many choices, many offices, yeah, many agencies or institutions, yeah, that you can do your training at. But the problem is accommodation, perhaps, yeah. You've got to rent houses, or you've got to rent a house, and then perhaps transportation problem too. You've got to commute quite far away, to go to work, and then money, to spend for food, etc. So location matters as well. Okay. Is it okay so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can ask after this. Next, accommodation. So this is very much related to location. The closer you are to your home, your hometown, so it's much easier, in terms of accommodation. You don't have to rent out a house or but yeah, as I've said, perhaps when it comes to places of work, you have limited choices or limited options. If you live somewhere in in pedalaman or in what, in Malay, Malay pedalaman, in what, rural areas, in rural areas, perhaps there are not many places, to choose from, to do your training. Transportation is another thing. Some students, they have their own transportation, so to them, it's not a big deal. but some they've got to rely on public transport. Yeah. So if you mind about this, yeah, about the transportation issue, so you've got to make sure it's the place that you choose is a place where you can easily commute to. Yeah. So this is another thing to consider. Internship allowance. So this is something that not all institutions, are willing to provide to the interns. Some institutions they provide allowances, but not much. 400 or 500 per month, or perhaps 500 throughout the training, throughout the 3-month training. Some institutions they can go up until as much as 700 per month or 900 per month. So how do you know whether this institution provides allowance or not? For that, you've got to ask. There's no other way. You've got to ask the institution itself. I mean, when you apply to them, you write email, right? You send email to them. You can just ask briefly about the nature of work that they normally provide or give to their interns, and then you can ask about working hours if you want, and then you can ask about allowances if they have. So these are the things that you need to inquire by yourself. Or another way is by asking your seniors. Some of your seniors, they did their training at places where the institutions they provided allowances to them, so they can tell you whether they got many allowance from during their training or not. Okay, and then lastly, nature of jobs. So again, if you are someone who does not mind as to what your work would be, whether clerical, whether to do with event management, whether to do with research, whether to do with field works or what. I mean, if you do not mind, it's easier to get placement. But if you do mind, like you don't want to do field work, you just want to do indoor jobs. So this is another factor that you might want to consider as to which kind of institutions that you like to apply. Okay, some people, they just like to explore things, like whatever job given to him or her. I mean, he would be like, or she would be willingly do the job without complaints. And normally for such students who are not picky, who like to explore things, normally when it comes to evaluation from their supervisors, such supervisors, they obtain positive feedbacks. Their supervisors would praise them, that they are diligent, that they are this and that they are that. So that's positive thing. If you can do this, if you can if you have that willingness to do whatever that they ask you to do, then most likely that they will praise you. Better still, if you're lucky enough, they would say to you that please come and work for us, once you graduated. So this is another opportunity for you. Okay, and lastly, doing internship at schools as temporary school teacher or part-time jobs are not allowed. Okay, so school teacher, why? Because normally as school teachers, there are times when there are long holidays, especially in semester 3, we've got cuti sekolah, yeah, school holidays. I think the first or second term, yeah, school term holidays, and then not to mention the Hari Raya holidays, yeah, normally during semester 3. So it's not worth it. I mean, to have the training during I mean, at these, at schools, yeah, because you don't go to work, yeah, due to the holidays, long holidays. And why part-time job not allowed? So that would defeat the purpose of having these internship, yeah, which is meant to equip you with the, with real work experience. So if you do part-time job, means that you are not fully, that you are not full-time worker, and you do not get that experience that you are supposed to get, right? So that's why these two are not allowed. Okay, I think that's all from me. Any questions you can ask later. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fauzia, for the internship briefing just now. By the end of internship briefing just now, we will proceed to the last slot, which is Q&A session. If you have any questions, you can unmute your microphone or write your question on the chat box. Okay, this is from the stream. Salam, just want to ask if there is no section available to the courses with code 1000 or 1100, can we first year student take any class with code 2 something, but from the pre-required, we all need to done the intro class first, right?
Okay, I think for 1100, I think since we only have one section, and currently I think we already have maybe 55 students, so we can consider that section is already full for 1100. But I think we still have room for 1000, especially for section 4. So I think you can still join section 4, History 1000, HIST 1000, Introduction to History and Civilization, which instructor is Dr. Olsi. So I think try your best to get HIST 1000. You can take level 2 course, which is HIST 2020, but I'm not sure whether there is still room for HIST 2020, which is History of Malaysia. History of Malaysia from 1400 to 1957. So you can register for that course as well if there is still room for that. So I think that is my response to the question. Yeah. But I think 1000 is essential. Try your best to get 1000 into 1000. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Dr. Helmi. We have another question from Nick Kairatul. May I know how we can contact the Murabi?
How to contact? May I know how we contact the Murabi? Have you joined the group? May I know, Nick Kairatul? Have you joined the group? If you do, if you still do not join the group, you already joined the group. Okay, so don't worry. Means that you already in contact with your Murabi. Your Murabi is in the group actually. I don't know. I don't have my list here, but basically, if you are already included in Murabi Murid group, your Murabi is there. Maybe still not communicate because inshallah formally we'll start in the afternoon. Inshallah, your Murabi will give the link after this gathering, I think. So you just attend, you just attend the gathering. Sorry, the session, Murabi Murid session, to as a start for initial start for initial program for Morobi Murid session. But basically, you can communicate directly, with the Morobi, in your group. I hope this answers your question.
We have another question from Hakim Nurmadi. How do we re-register for FYP1?
Okay, I think now you can give your name to Haris, Brother Haris Naim, the president of his forum. So I've been in communication with Haris Naim. I think now he is in the process of collecting names for those who want to do FYP in semester 1. So please give your name to Brother Haris, and I think by first few days of the first week, I think we can have the names or the list of students who want to register for FYP1, and then we will register you and then assign you to your supervisor. I mean, we will give you each of you will get one supervisor. So we will do that in the first week of the semester. But what you need to do now is to let us know. I mean, through his forum, give your names to Haris.
Inshallah, Doctor, we will share the form for the student later.
Okay. So you should wait for the form, which will be distributed by his forum. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Should I just read the questions and see if we can immediately reply to them? So we have this question from Sita Aisyah Abdul Rahim. Could you please advise me on how to proceed if I wish to minor in English language and literature while majoring in history and civilization? So Dr. Alwi, now we don't have to declare our minor, right? There's no need for us.
Yeah, but I think you will need to communicate as well with the department. Ask them, make sure what is the required subject, for you to take minor in English language and literature department. I think that's how the process.
Okay. When we'll start our first class, this Monday, 4 October, this Monday. So that is the first day of the semester. So our class is supposed to start on that very day. Monday, next week.
Just to add a few things, for new students, it's very important for you to access iTa'lim, because the communication between you and the lecturer will be through iTa'lim. For example, in my case, I will give the link, for example, introduction, the link for class in iTa'lim. So it's very important for you to access as early as possible, iTa'lim, for your class. Thank you.
In relation to that, maybe his forum can help us, like
create the WhatsApp group, Doctor, already.
Yeah, what you did last semester, right, or previous semester. So you can create WhatsApp group for each course and send, and then advertise them the link, and then the student will join through the link, and then they will be in contact with their instructors. So I think you still have time for that. At least maybe during the weekend, I think we can have the students in the group. Okay, I think we can deal with that. So we have question from Hafsah. I know how to proceed to the next level, like level 1 to level 2. There's no. This is not really. I mean, there is no barrier actually. I mean, in the systems, you will be considered. You will, upgrade to one level to another depending on the credit hours that you have. I think accumulated, right? I mean, but that does not mean that if in the system you are still level 1, you cannot take level 2 course. You can take, but as Dr. Alwi said, I think try your best to take courses according to your level. and that has to do with the issue of difficulties that you might encounter if you take courses from higher levels. In our department, I think we can, of course, we can understand if students from level 1 want to take courses from level 2, because we only have few courses. We only have few level 1 courses. We only have few level 1 courses. So I think by the first semester you can finish all of them. Like we only have 3 or I think altogether level 1 course. And then of course by semester 2, even though you are still in level 1, many of you will take level 2 courses. So that is understandable. So there is no barrier. I mean, it doesn't mean that if you are still in level 1, you cannot take level 2 courses. So this is just for you on your own to observe. Okay. Sorry, is it possible to take FYP1 with 18 credit hours, Dr. Alwi?
Means you have already 18 credit hours and then you take FYP1. If it's possible, if your CGPA is good. If your CGPA is good, it's allowed, yeah, up to 21, because FYP is 3 credit hours, isn't it? Yeah, but if not, better. I mean, you know about yourself, yeah, how to manage the courses, yeah, the difficulties. If you find it will be difficult, you have to be careful to take too many credit hours.
Okay. So I think there is we have 2 questions on that, but you have answered that. We have this question from Aliyah Salam. This question is regarding internship. So this is for Dr. Fauzia. For the choice of internship placement, do we need to find the job scope only related to history? Yes, Dr. Fauzia, or can go.
Yeah, not necessarily related to history. You can just, try or go for other fields as well. Okay. So one thing about about this internship nowadays, we are very open-minded. Yeah. When it comes to the nature of work and the fields. Yeah. I mean, not necessarily history. You can go even banking, yeah? Go for banking or research and other things as well. I mean, yeah, it's very open now.
Thank you, Dr. Fauzia. Is it possible to graduate in just 3.5 years? Yes, I think it's possible. I think we have students who previously graduated in just 3.5 years. Yeah. So as long as you know how to, to manage courses, and which is why it is important to understand the study plan, so that you can carefully plan your study, and graduate on time. Any other question? So, Dr. Alwi, this question from Siti Aisha. I would like to know when I attempted to add Mandarin language during pre-registration, the message is.
So means that means you register through iMaklum, isn't it? So the course is there, but when you want to, I don't know actually the answer for this one. Yeah. The message course not offered. Yeah, if you have this case, still want to take, please communicate with me through. I mean, during the pre-registration process or through during the add and drop. Yeah. So if I don't know, I can try communicate with. I don't know for this one Mandarin language, maybe with Selpat. Yeah, I can ask if you know the email, for example, for the officer in Selpat, you can ask directly. That's also possible. Yeah, to know what is. So I don't know actually what is the problem. I need to who asked first to know why. It's supposed to be, if it is in Imaklum, supposed to be, I think you can take it, but I don't know why it's not offered there.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Alwi. So we have this question from Fikri. Do we need to update the kuliah and department if you finish 3.5 years? To my knowledge, we don't have to. You don't have to update the department, because we can know that from the system. But Dr. Fauzia, do we have to actually do anything? The students, if they graduate in just 3.5 years?
No, they don't have to. I mean, the kuliah will keep track, I mean, as to who's graduating, right? I mean, every semester they'll print out like these graduating students list, and notify the department, right? So we know, I mean, who's graduating and who's not, so you don't have to update, the kuliah or department.
Thank you, Dr. Fauzia. Okay, any other question? Okay, Dr. Fauzia, this last, this is from this live stream, I think, on Facebook, I think. Where is the place? Where is placement?
Okay, previously, many students, they would go for museums and archives. But recently, since this has become a compulsory course, and also since other universities too, they also send out their students here during the training, which means that our students will have to compete, with other students from other universities. So nowadays, our students, they do training at like Majlis Agama Islam, and then Majlis Perbandaran, Majlis Daerah, and also we have students doing at ministries, government agencies and ministries, Jabatan Perpaduan, and all sorts of offices now. And also we have a few who do their internship at private companies. Private companies dealing with like marketing or employment, job employments, and so on. So we have many. There are various places nowadays that students would go to for the training. Okay.
Thank you. So maybe that is all. Okay. So maybe we can proceed. Yeah, thank you. Please continue. Sorry.
Sorry, sir. Assalamualaikum, sir. I would like to ask about the for the minor course for the IRK General, because I wanted to continue for minor in Usuluddin, but then there is Arabic subject, but then I'm not good in Arabic. So I wanted to know for the IRK General, is there a subject that require Arabic language?
Dr. Alwi, yeah.
I think in IRK generally most of the courses in Arabic, but if I'm not mistaken, Usuluddin actually the one that offered most English. I mean, quite a lot English courses. So you have consulted with them. I mean, you know already the required courses if you want to take minor from Usuluddin.
Yes, I have seen, but there's like 2 or 1 subject that require Arabic language.
So 2 or 1 or 2 of 10 or 9 or 10 subjects in Arabic, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so in fiqh will be more, I think, in Arabic, and in Quran Sunnah maybe also the same.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I know.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay, I think we have students last time who minor in Sulude. They have like you said, 1 or 2 courses which are in Arabic, right? However, if you minor in RK General, I think all the courses are in English. Huh? RK General, so all the courses are in English as far as I know. But I think it's better for you to consult the department. Or yeah.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. So we have one more question from Ayuni. Is it possible to do FYP1 during 3rd year, semester 1, and continue FYP2 during 4th year? I think the current practice is we want you to do it continuously. So the current practice is we normally offer FYP1 for semester 1, and then you have to continue doing FYP2, continue taking FYP2 in semester 2. So you do it continuously. Yeah? Okay. So I don't want you. I mean, there shouldn't be any gap between FYP1 and FYP2. That is the practice. I think it has to be like that. So I think that is the last question. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Helmi. By the end of the Q&A session just now, it remarks the end of this program. Thank you so much to the lecturers and students who came today. Before we end this event, we will have a photography session. All students and lecturers are welcome to open your camera.
Everyone is ready? Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, another one. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you everyone for coming today. I would like to remind all students, don't forget to fill in the registration form that we put on the chat box. And on behalf of the committee members, we are apologize for any mistake. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you, Dr.
Thank you, everyone.